Alrighty, just leaving the gym now and heading home. Feeling good, as you always do after the gym. I was doing a little bit and then I had to make a call for an hour, so I went into a room, made a call, and then I was like, oh, I've already done this, I'll just finish off that set. And anyone who goes to the gym knows what it's like. If you commit to yourself and you do it, you're okay. So I said I'll finish off that set. It was a super set, 2 different exercises with the back and the biceps. And then, yeah, I just started listening to some motivational stuff, and I realized, shit, you know, I've got a double session of MMA tomorrow, so 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. We go for about an hour to hour and a half each, and pretty intensive though. We're not fucking around, you know. We're all sparring and we're punching each other and we're grappling hard, and so yeah, it's pretty intensive. You get pretty wrecked after it. So I'm always apprehensive to do the workout like this, but I had yesterday off. Because I'd been back on the mats for the first time on the Saturday, and we just basically were sparring. I was sparring all different dudes, and I'd get takedowns, but then, you know, we got to come straight back up. So basically I'm doing all the work to get the takedowns, and then, you know, the dudes who want to strike rather than grapple with me get to stand back up. So essentially I'm doing all the work because they don't have to work from under me, which is super tiring. So anyway, I was pretty knackered. So yesterday I had a day off. What did I do? I think I just did some calves, and then I was like, I can't be bothered. Let's let the central nervous system rest a little bit, which I did. And then, you know, it gets to, it's a cold, miserable day in Melbourne. I think it's probably 10 degrees right now. It's raining all day. Had a few things to do around the house. And it gets a bit later and you think, oh, you know, I deserve to go home. I'll stay home. And, oh, it's raining. I've got a double session tomorrow. So glad I got myself to the gym, first of all. Second of all, after the call, glad I went back in, because then I did another like hour and a half or something, and I did pretty much full body, which is best for if you're doing MMA, to get like at least 3 sessions in. You want to be getting like a lower body, upper body, and a full body, or if not all body. And I'm working with injuries as well, so some stuff I've got to do really slow and purposeful. Like there's stuff you do specifically for MMA to well, your cardio goes during training a lot, but you could do cardio, you can do with your strength and conditioning, you can do a lot of plyometrics and really fast movements as well, high intensity stuff. But I've got to cater for the fact that I've got a couple of injuries. So I mean, everything always hurts when you're doing training anyway, but there's some specific injuries I've got to be careful of, like my tendons. And so I was doing a couple of those. I was like, oh, I got to do those injury ones. Got that done. And then, yeah, just went for it. But what was the key? What's the whole point of this message at 3 minutes in? The key was listening to motivational stuff. I had this conversation with one of my training partners the other day. I said to him, man, you know, he said his mindset's not right. Well, you can lead a horse to water, a lot of different things, but you know, if the mindset's not right, I get it. You can't be bothered doing anything. Everything sort of feels like it's falling down on you. And I've used motivational compilations for years to get me through situations that I've found hard at the time. You know, I was working in London, got this job randomly, met this person, then bounced to another job because a friend of mine knew somebody. And, you know, I basically got myself in over my head, qualification wise, in a new industry. You know, sales still, but a new industry. I was in event management. Long story short, 3 or 4 months in, after talking myself up, because I was used to B2C, you know, business to consumer, that's doing what I'm doing now, just talking and getting people excited or emotional about something. B2B is a whole different animal. You know, you got to actually work with teams, and you've got to work with, you know, budget times. You've got to work with different decision makers. So yeah, they don't just go, oh yeah, that sounds good, I'll do it. Especially their big ticket sales as well. You can get up to $100,000 for some of the sales. So yeah, I had to learn the hard way there. My ego got crushed, and I remember I had a conversation with my boss at the time, and you know, I was basically on the chopping block, but it's a friend of mine still to this day. But yeah, he was a great boss, and he basically veered me in a different direction, gave me the talk, but didn't fucking scare the shit out of me. Just worked with me, and yeah, then I started succeeding. But it wasn't just him, you know, and the team around me and myself, my indomitable spirit. It's also just the motivational stuff. I'm telling you, if you're ever feeling anything, I always say to people, If you go through a breakup, you don't like your job, whatever, go and travel, right? That'll give you the answer. Well, not everyone can travel. You can put on a motivational video, and not people say which ones. I mean, I can give you a couple, but everyone resonates with different things. For me personally, I like, you know, high intensity stuff. I like some of the softer stuff as well, but you know what gets me going in the gym like there is high intensity, very masculine. You know, it's not going to be for everybody. Anyway, find something. If you can't be bothered going to the gym, or you're having a hard time at work, or anything's going bad, I'm telling you, chuck on the motivational stuff. Find yourself a compilation, and it'll get you going. You listen to that stuff 1 week straight, an hour a day. I do much longer than that. You can't help but feel much better, positive, and you will resonate with some things people say. People are all going through different shit, and a lot of people are going through the same shit you're going through. So that's my word of wisdom for today after the gym, and getting some extra workout out of that compilation I just put on. So that's enough for me for now.